When young Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. was 12 years old, his world was small, just the streets of Louisville, Kentucky, but his dreams were already too big for those streets to hold. One day, his bicycle was stolen. Furious, he reported it to a local policeman named Joe Martin, swearing he'd whoop whoever did it. Martin, who trained young boxers at a local gym, looked at the skinny boy and said, "You better learn to fight before you start whooping people." That day, a stolen bike made a legend. Cassius trained obsessively. He ran at dawn, sparred until dusk. He studied every opponent, every move. He talked big, really big, promising he'd be the greatest of all time. People laughed at him. They called him cocky, loud, arrogant. But Cassius didn't care. He said what he would do, and then he did it. By age 18, he won Olympic gold in Rome. But when he came home, the gold medal couldn't buy him a meal in a whites-only diner. Racism didn't care about medals. So Cassius threw the medal into the Ohio River, or so the legend goes, and decided he'd fight for more than boxing titles. When he turned professional, the world took notice of a young man who could dodge punches like a dancer and sting like a wasp. His mouth never stopped. "I'm the greatest. I shook up the world," he shouted. And people either loved him or hated him, but no one ignored him. At 22, he faced Sonny Liston for the heavyweight championship. Liston was a monster, feared by everyone. Reporters said Cassius would be destroyed. But the kid with the stolen bike shocked the world. He danced around the ring, taunting the bear-like Liston, shouting, "Is that all you got?" When Liston quit on his stool, the world had a new king and a new name. Cassius Clay became Muhammad Ali, embracing Islam and his new identity with pride. But being Ali wasn't easy. In 1967, at the height of his fame, he refused to fight in the Vietnam War. "I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong," he said. He chose his principles over his career, and the cost was brutal. The government stripped him of his heavyweight title. He was banned from boxing for 3 years. He was hated by millions, praised by few. They called him unpatriotic, ungrateful, un-American. But Ali stood firm. "I'd rather lose everything than lose my soul." When he returned to the ring, he was slower, older, rusty. But his fire never dimmed. He didn't just fight men, he fought the odds. In 1974, Ali faced George Foreman in Zaire for the legendary Rumble in the Jungle. Foreman was young, undefeated, and knocked out everyone in his path. Experts feared Ali would get seriously hurt. But Ali had a plan no one understood: the rope-a-dope. He let Foreman pound him against the ropes, round after round, tiring the giant out while Ali whispered taunts in his ear. Then, when Foreman's arms were lead and his mind was foggy, Ali struck. With a flurry of punches, he knocked Foreman out and reclaimed the crown, proving once again that his mind was sharper than any fist. Years later, Ali faced another fight, not in the ring, but in his own body. Diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, his hands trembled, his speech slowed. But he didn't hide. He stayed in the public eye, lighting the Olympic torch in 1996, his shaking hands holding the flame that symbolized hope. Ali inspired millions not just because he could fight, but because he fought for more than himself. He fought racism, he fought injustice, he fought fear. He proved that greatness isn't only about how hard you hit, but how much you stand for when you're hit the hardest. His legacy is a lesson for everyone who dreams big. Don't just be great in what you do, be great in what you stand for. Stand tall when they push you down. Speak loud when they tell you to be quiet. And never, ever stop believing you're the greatest, even when no one else does.